Hello. It's
Hi.
it's Saturday night, and I'm screaming into the microphone too loud already. It's Saturday night, and you know what time it is. It's time for Ass Town on Tour, the series. Wait, I'm going to do an intro. This is so professional. The series in which myself and my good friend, the mayor of Ass Town himself, shrink wrapped David Thayer, take an island tour around a wonderful special guest island. How you doing, David?
I'm doing well, thank you. If you can hear any wind, it's because it's windy.
Yes, ditto. The audio is always immaculate on this stream, as always. And speaking about immacularity, is that a word? Immaculateness? We're going to visit a much kind of hyped up high school club island tonight. We're visiting Maddie's Island. Hello, Maddie.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, thanks. Yeah.
Thanks for
Good to show you.
thanks for joining us. And I'm a little bit intimidated. I understand there's a lot of stuff on the island.
I think that's too much pressure. It's not that good.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, no pressure. It's gonna. I bet it's gonna be just above mediocre. Does that take the pressure off?
That's fair.
I've heard it. Yeah, it's right down the middle.
Right down. No, I've seen the screenshots. I know we're in for a treat. Yeah. So thanks everybody for joining us on the stream tonight. And with that, let's get right into this week's burning topics. Is everybody ready? We're gonna discuss some things.
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, the first thing, obviously, we've got to chat about this week, is the stamp rally. Now, I think like if people have watched the stream before, they know that I had been visiting my museum basically up until this week. I'd only seen the fossils exhibition, but because Nintendo told me to, I have now seen the whole museum, as you can tell by the plaques in the background of the studio. Have you two done the stamp rallies? How did you find it? What's going on?
Yeah, because I kept mine kind of till day because I was like, oh, I need some time to do it. I need to like properly, because I had no idea what it was. And then I got it done quite quickly, I thought. But it was quite a nice way to like go around my museum because like you, I hadn't really, I had visited it before, but not like for a while. I don't think since I even finished the fossils. So yeah, it was actually quite sweet.
I really loved it. Like as soon as I saw the little trailer for it when they were announcing the update, I was looking forward to the stamp rally, and I did expect it to be quite light, and it was even lighter than I expected. But the I really loved the detail of the stamps and the just the vibe of going around. And I think a few people noticed things about the positioning. Because it changes each day, the positions of the stamps, and it kind of encourages you to stand in different locations in your museum. And I think that introduced some people to some of the little, I guess, secrets or new camera angles that you might get by standing in certain locations. So it's quite a nice way to get people to engage with their museum again. But Martin, when you say you hadn't seen some of the areas, had you seen anyone's? Did you know what they looked like at all?
I'd seen the brief shots that were shown in the I want to say it was in a Nintendo Direct, where they announced the museum or showed you the museum for the first time. So I'd seen things like I want to say the fountain in the butterfly room. I'd seen some stuff, but I hadn't seen it all. And obviously, I'd seen a few like bits and bobs in like screenshots on Twitter, etc. But I hadn't explored it until this week. And I got to tell you, it made me feel a bit depressed because I still haven't done that much fishing or bug catching, and I'm really sorry.
I've
Oh,
really fallen off fishing for some reason recently. I do like catching the butterflies, but the fish I've just completely forgotten about, I think.
I find the museum quite movingly brilliant, even when the first time I went in there, when I didn't have much in it at
That's
all.
true,
Only
yeah.
the initial things that I caught to get it upgraded. Like just the space itself is just really nice to walk around. I have been catching fish. I'm just in the habit of if I see an interesting sized fish nearby, I'll go and catch it. But I didn't manage to get all the ones last season, and I probably won't get all the ones this season either. Which is just another reason to play it in spring next year.
I've been saving most of my fishing until the next CJ, the next fishing competition, next fishing tourney. Yeah, like I want that day to be the most productive fishing day ever, and hopefully, I won't have missed too many seasonal fish. I suspect I probably have though. Please tell me I'm wrong.
Just a few.
I haven't even looked at the list because I remember. I think it was that fish that was the first one everyone was trying to catch.
Is that the coelacanth? Is that what it's called?
There was one that like
Coelacanth.
in the end of March or something.
Yes.
Everyone was trying to catch it.
Stringfish.
Yes, that was it.
There's the freshwater one, which is the stringfish, and then there was a sea one, which I think was probably the oarfish.
Yeah, and I remember looking up like the list of what was catchable and going through it all, and then I've just completely forgotten to do that, like for the next season. So I don't know if I've missed anything either.
Probably better not to look.
Yeah, let's not look. Let's look on fishing day, okay? Let's all get back together when CJ comes. We'll do a bunch of fish. We'll have a look in our Critterpedias, and then we'll cry when we realise that we've screwed ourselves for the year. Hooray! So moving away from the stamp rally, we got to get into this week's comings and goings, and I think we're going to start off this week by chatting about the villagers that we couldn't bear to part with. Maddie, I understand that you had to get on your knees and beg a beloved friend to stay this week. Is that true?
That's my first villager, Jay, wanted to leave, which is so sad because I was trying to get someone else out, but they had that little cloud over their head, and I was like, oh no. And since then, I've sort of regretted it because I've seen a lot of other people in the chats and stuff saying, oh, it's nice to like let some of the people go and like follow their dreams and stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe I should have let that for Jay, but I kept hold of him for at least another few weeks, I think.
See, I'm usually an advocate of letting them go because, part of it is I realise I've been a negligent resident representative. Maybe a little bit too all-consumed by building my baseball field, and I haven't been spending enough time giving out gifts. But this week I had to also, get down there and plead with Jambette to stay. Even though she's a a real OG, I think she was in the original game. I'd never met her before.
I've never seen that frog in my life.
Oh yeah, I mean she's fabulous, right? She looks like a beauty queen, but she's got a heart of gold. Not vain in the slightest, a real giver, a good friend as well. And actually, she was one of my original invitees. The villagers that you have to build furniture for. And I got to tell you, I wasn't that psyched about it, but I was wrong, and actually she's become a real firm favourite of mine, and actually she's one of the villagers that fills me with joy when I see her, and the thought that I'd been negligent and caused her to want to leave, it broke my heart. Luckily, when I told her not to leave, she told me that she was hoping that I would say that, so it's all okay. I haven't crushed her dreams, and she's still in the Steamtown baseball team. It's all good.
I did actually have a moment this week where I could have invited someone new to join. I had Genji in my tent, in my campsite. And Genji was quite interesting. I've not met Genji before.
But just makes me
think, or possibly a frog. No, I think it was a rabbit. Yeah, maybe he was a rabbit. But I just couldn't stop thinking about Genji from Overwatch, and I thought I don't really want to have Genji from Overwatch living in my town, and I would have had to choose someone to kick out, and I couldn't choose between them, so I didn't invite Genji to stay. But I was curious. I bet Genji would have had an interesting house.
I've never met Genji, although I've googled it now, and I'll quickly get a picture of Genji up on the screen for the people. So
I remembered that Genji had appeared in my village this week. I only just remembered now.
Well, I can tell already, even before I put Genji on the visuals, that he's one of those villagers where I want to understand the iconography of a bit more. Did that work? Has Genji appeared on the screen? Everybody, somebody tell me. Yes, it worked. Hooray! Genji has appeared on the screen. He's cool. He's cool. Genji's cool. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah, that is a little rabbit. Oh,
Yeah.
that's quite cute. Yeah.
But so Genji didn't come in the end.
Oh well,
You
Genji,
have to pick someone else out. That's tough.
you have to keep inviting them, and then if they agree, then you have to choose who's going to leave. I believe I've never done it, but yeah, I could when it came to the crunch, there wasn't anyone that I could, in a clear conscience, give the boot. So I didn't.
Supposedly, Genji is named after a title character from a Japanese novel that may be considered to be the world's first novel. So that's an interesting little fact there.
Ooh.
I know, right? Look, it gets very cultural on this stream.
Especially when it hit Wikipedia.
Exactly, especially when we Google during the stream. Well, from villagers that we couldn't bear to see go to villagers that maybe it was their time. Maddie, I hear that you may have forced somebody out. Is this correct, or is this a dirty rumor?
Yes, I mean I didn't. Well, yeah, I did force her out. I've been ignoring this duck since she came into my little island, and I don't want to be one of those mean people. Like I'm not a person who hits my villagers with nets or anything like that. But
Never.
I never. But I just didn't gel with her. Her name's Mael, which I think we tried to pronounce correctly.
Yeah, this was a bit of a pre-stream topic that we had going on. How do you pronounce a villager's name? We think it's Mael, as you put it, Maddie, like saying male with a French accent. If we're wrong, let us know. Otherwise, we're just going to keep calling her Mael. Sorry. I interrupted you.
Did you?
I did. I think. Well, anyway, we're going on a tear about Mael. Why don't you like her?
Well, I think this is going to sound strange because I feel like every character does this, but she'd always follow me around with like looking at me if I was wandering around the island, and her eyes would kind of watch me as I was doing stuff. And I think it was her sort of sleepy eyes that made her look like she was just giving me evils the entire time.
You think that she had the aura of a haunted painting?
Pretty much, that she just watched me do like my little tasks, and I was just trying to mind my own business, and she just had quite a snobby attitude, I thought.
She's got a very fierce bob. The problem is the fierceness of the bob, it's a little bit intimidating.
Yeah, much.
Okay, so
Though that's very similar to my haircut actually in real life, but I know,
you
right?
couldn't handle it. You were like, this bitch has stolen my look. Leave the island.
Big one bobbing down.
A ducky doppelganger or a quackleganger.
I don't normally hit them with shovels, but this might be the time. So she's off, and I know that you've got a new friend incoming.
Yes, they arrived today, in fact.
Oh, perennial favourite, one of the finalists in our previous Villager popularity contest. It's Tangy. Exciting.
Yay. Yes, Tangy. My first trip out from collecting the Nook Mile Islands, I just saw her little orange ears peeking over the horizon. I was like, because I think she's been one of my favourites from the beginning, I think.
She's so iconic. I find her a little bit troubling to look at.
It's weird, but I think that's why I like her.
Yeah, my tiny brain can't comprehend how a cat and an orange have fused, but that's why she's so good. Chew Magma in the chat is calling upon the Tang Gang, so I guess that's what we all are.
Oh yes, the Tang Gang.
Oh my god, we might meet Tangy today.
Yes, yeah. I mean, she's in her house packing right now, but we can visit her.
Oh, I'm so excited. So the final thing we're going to chat about in the studio is on a similar subject. It's a little bit of a darker one, perhaps, and that is the topic of animal trafficking in the black market Nook Miles tickets situation. Now, there's, as the weeks have gone on since we've gotten this game, Nook Miles have taken greater and greater prominence in the kind of intra-player trading system. And now, of course, we're seeing, hundreds of tickets going so people can visit Mystery Islands to meet and hopefully draw in their favourite villagers. How do you two feel about this? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Let's get into it.
I think I was fully prepared to go shopping around a little bit. I think when people are spending maybe 30 plus, I've heard people doing just to get one specific, I think that might be a little bit too far. I think when we're talking about earlier about like the fact that you didn't like the look of someone originally, but then you've gradually got to like them more, I think it kind of takes that out of it a little bit because you're only picking the ones that are like, yes, you're cute immediately.
Yeah, I felt bad just because I used amiibo cards to get Lucha and Stinky for like my wrestling theme, and even that felt a little bit like I was taking the kind of joy of meeting new friends like Hazel and Jambette. I love them now. I probably would never have picked them, but they're my new besties.
Yeah, same with me and Lopez. Lopez was my first campsite villager, the one that you had to say yes to. And when I walked into that tent, I was a little bit like, not fussed really. He's okay. But now, one of my favourites. Let's just see him, and he makes me smile, and I'm happy with him. So I think I'm almost tempted to start playing a little bit more to get a couple of randoms, because even if I don't like them, that just means I get to see more villagers, maybe.
But
sorry,
Shanky.
I was going to say, as I've touched on before several times on this stream, I've got this theory of mystery versus mastery, which I might now introduce as a spectrum you could be on as a player of the game. And some people really, really love the mastery element, and they want to control absolutely everything. And they'll use either the in-game systems, but they'll also look for shortcuts or other ways around to try and just get ultimate control over every aspect of their island. And then other people like more of the mystery element. Maybe they like just showing up every day and seeing what's new, or seeing the kind of hand that you're dealt with the villagers in your island and appreciating them for who they are or not, and just enjoying, because it's quite fun sometimes not to like someone who's on your island as well.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed the fact that I'd see Mayal and be a bit like, like now I'm getting to a point where I'm starting to really like everyone on my island, but I still want to see more villagers. So it's going to have to be getting more difficult soon, I think.
I just got to ask you both, what happens if Raymond drops up? Everybody loves Raymond. Are you snapping him up?
I don't know at this point, honestly. I think he looks really sweet, and I like he seems to have a cool personality. Obviously, there's a reason he's really cool. But I did the same thing with Marina. Like, Marina's on my island now,
Queen.
But like such a popular one that I was like, oh, but I get her. Like
a lot of yeah. I feel like if we ever get to a point where we're visiting people's islands and everybody's got Raymond, is that going to hurt Raymond's stock, or is it going to enhance his stock? The thing is, to me, Raymond looks a little bit like he's a special character more than but maybe that's just the value perception I've got now that people are trading. It's because he's got glasses, and also the fact. Oh yeah, of course he got an accessory. That is unusual. But the fact that people maybe do you know what? Maybe I'm just a sheep, and the fact that I know people are trading real world money for him is just enhancing his stock in my eyes.
You would go for him. Away.
Oh wow, Screeching Weasel had Raymond, but he seemed like a douche, so they gave them to a friend. Wow, the tide is turning on Raymond, everybody. Well, we're going to get ready to visit Ponder. Very excited about that. So while that happens, we're gonna have gonna chat about some things that we've seen going on in the club this week. Shout out to everybody that's been participating in the Discord. It's been kind of wild, actually. We've had loads of new friends on the Discord recently. And during this stream, once a week on this stream, we give out an invitation link to the Discord. So if you hang on to the end of the stream, we'll drop that in the chat, so you can come and hang out with us. Lots of stuff going on. Turnip trading, item trading, design trading, trading, games that are not Animal Crossing. It's all happening.
Gardening club.
Gardening club, yeah, gardening club. And speaking of games that are not Animal Crossing, although Animal Crossing adjacent, of course. This week is the surprise extra Splatoon Splatfest, and Sammy, who I don't know if she's in the chat tonight, but Sammy has been offering to send people pictures of ketchup in order to celebrate Team Ketchup during the Splatfest. Of course, as we understand it, Animal Crossing and Splatoon, they share a lot of development stuff. So there's a connection. But as far as I'm aware, there's no mayo themed Animal Crossing villager. Am I wrong, anybody? I suppose there's plenty of birds, and all birds are egg themed.
I was more thinking of like a marshal. He kind of looks.
Yes,
airy.
that's true.
Ah, yeah.
And it begins with an M as well.
Stretch.
But yeah, I mean, Sammy's been great though, actually sending people lots of amiibo posters, and also all the posters in the Astound studio are actually from Sammy, so always appreciate that. Torpor Dust is representing Team Mayo in the chat tonight. Mayo, the source of champs. It's I mean, this is a question that we can all solve on the Splatterfield for the rest of the weekend. Ho has pointed out though that in this image, Ketchup is wearing an egg hat. So maybe, non-partisan situation going on there. Also going on this week, I want to say thank you to, if I can get the stream graphics to work. Thank you to Mary, who's been posting these who's made some useful tips. I'm showing 2 of the tips sheets on screen right now, and you can see Mary's Twitter handle on the graphics too. These are some handy tips for beginners. Of course, this game is a really, really complicated game for a newcomer. We chat about this a lot on the stream since we got New Horizons. That I think for a newcomer that hasn't played a previous Animal Crossing game, it feels like there's probably more to do than ever, and actually a lot more to do initially than there ever has been. So I think I'd really appreciate these kind of tips if I was playing for the first time. I hear people frequently in the Discord, even now, give people the tips on how to kind of bang rocks more efficiently, the old shovel trick, etc. There's really there's a lot going on.
I think these tips are useful even if you're not a new player. There's kind of habits that you can get into and not realise that there's other ways of doing things, or entirely shortcuts.
It never tells you, does it? It's never a thing to say. You've just kind of got to either know or figure out yourself. Other stuff, anyway.
What's the one tip that you would give a new player or any player?
Ooh.
That it's a tough one. My number one tip, of course, would be to find a bunch of friends that want to share turnip prices with you.
That's true. Find a community.
Find a wonderful community like this one. For me though, I think probably if not turnips, number one thing, set up an orchard. Get yourself a nice farm, and bring in that easy cash each and every day. But then again, I've kind of loved the turnip game because it liberates me entirely to focus on town improvements. Not that I've got a lot to show for it actually at the moment. One day I'll show more of the town on stream, I promise.
I reckon knowing about having a shovel rather than just an axe and using it to dig holes around rocks before bashing them is probably essential information for new players. Because that's something that...
even a while to get the full, is it 9 things out of a rock?
Yeah.
Even when I knew that trick, it still took me a while because there's a rhythm to it, isn't there, that you kind of get by practice.
I just put loads of holes around it and then just bash the button loads of times until it stops emitting any more stuff.
Not. What that?
I pretty much. For me, there's like a 50-50 chance of whether I'm going to get the 9th Is it 9? Is it 9? How many is it? 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
it's 9.
Yeah, the ninth reward.
Or 8, actually.
8, sorry. Torpor Dust today read through a 10-page Google Doc about plant genetics in his quest for the blue rose.
Ooh.
How do you feel about gardening, Maddie?
Oh, well, you're about to see. I'm still not there with all of my hybrids. I do enjoy it, but I haven't need to get into that garden group, I think, straight after this. I've been a bit messy with it, and just about managed to tidy it up. But I quite like the sort of process of, oh, I found a new one kind of by accident, but I'm realizing sometimes that's just not possible as you think it's going to be. Like getting a green mum, are they? Like most impossible to do by random, I think. Someone's done it by random.
Wow. So we've arrived.
Oh.
Immediately, there's a town sign. I like that.
Around a pond.
Ah, it's a lily pad. I'm colourblind, so for a second I thought it was Green Pac-Man. Which, that was going to be my first question. Amazing. So,
That's a flag. Yeah, flag.
So first of all, I've got to ask, why ponder?
To be quite honest, I really just liked the name of it. I thought it fitted with kind of the way that I like to play, where you just ponder about and you just a nice kind of relaxing name to it. But also with ponds and things, I was like, now that we can put stuff outside, I'm sure I can do a bit more with it. So yeah, nothing too personal, but just
it's super evocative. It might be my favourite island name in all of the High Score Club archipelago.
I was really happy with it. I did have a little list on my phone for a while, just trying to think. So genuinely a lot of thought into it. So
would love to know some of the rejected names at some point.
Yeah, I can't remember any off the top of my head. I'm sure they're. Let's go around.
Oh yeah.
I imagine they're all really offensive.
Yeah, all of them on my phone. I could probably I've got the wrong phone actually.
Easy access to the shop. Love it.
Yes. Straight away, when I had my good turnip price, that was valuable. A trike there for me and or Tommy. So I'd take you to my house first, just because I feel like...
yeah.
Okay.
No one's ever led with their house before. This is exciting. So how would you say you split your time as the resident rep? Like, how much is focused on your house? How much is focused on the island?
Oh, I really enjoy the house stuff. I've always liked interior things, and I think obviously playing the old games, that was what I really enjoy doing. Just a 50-50 split. I'm quite happy with my house as it is now. I don't know.
I'm just waiting for David to enter before I continue oohing.
I can ooh now as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. It's very cozy. There's so much stuff. I don't know where to start. Also, you've got a bug head. You've got a mantis head. I haven't seen that one. Very cool.
Is that like so much stuff on the walls? I'm like, that was one of my first items. You know, I think it was like my first item in a balloon. I was like, what is this? But actually, it's managed to make its way into this room, because this is obviously my first room I sort of started building stuff for, and it got bigger. It's just kind of all the bits I like, really.
I've never seen this kind of like woodcraft stag head before. That's amazing.
Oh yeah,
Did you build it piece by piece from a magazine?
Yes, I had to get the instructions out. It is actually a buildable one. I can make you one.
Stags of the world. Okay.
First issue $1.99. All other issues $7.99.
That's how they get you.
So let's chat about the vibe. What kind of vibe are you going for here? How does this room make you feel? You know, all of those good questions.
I think the fact that everyone's found a comfy chair is quite a bit of what the vibe I was going for here. I just liked this kind of It's all just a bit of random stuff that I've collected, but it all kind of goes together-ish. It's the greens and warm tones and stuff.
That's the kind of challenge. I find it. I find it really challenging. And actually, you've seen the inside of my house, so you know I don't have I don't have basically I haven't really worked on my house, and it's a mess. But I find this kind of concept of making things kind of organized but eclectic. I find it like a big struggle, because I think the key to in finding the balance, the environment feels more like cozy and homely and dare I say real.
Built it up and it kind of, because there's so much stuff that's on the walls that I just sort of put there originally and then it hasn't really moved, and I quite like that. Like there's about 7 clocks on every wall.
I've noticed the clocks.
Are you a time traveler? Oh wait, that's a loaded question in Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we've had a. Well, I don't think we've had a time traveler on stream yet. It'd be interesting to one day chat to somebody who's been doing it. I've got to ask about the sewing machine.
Yes.
Is it?
More like a sewing corner over there. I don't really sew in real life, but I like the the look of the old Singer sewing machine.
I'm always scared of accidentally kind of stitching my hand to the cloth, to the material. That's what I'm looking for. It's really amazing.
What about this poster above the door here?
Is that one of the fishing flags? Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, there are a few fishing flags that I really like.
Yeah, they're so nice, aren't they? I've got this one, but they're so like graphic and decorative and amazing.
Yeah, next fishing tournament, I'm going to take a lot more attention and actually dredge those fish out of the sea.
I really screwed the pooch not participating enough last time.
Yeah.
We go to kitchen next. This is on the left.
We've got a comment from Your Flesh and Blood Dim asking, is that an intercom?
Yes. Have anyone get that one intercom's for? I don't even know.
Oh, okay. So this is somewhere. I think I say this every week. This is somewhere I'm really weak. Is that I just don't have like a lot of homely parts. Like it's only today I got the kind of the combined like shelf / utensil hanging thing. What are they called?
The shelf.
The shelf. That's the one. It's only today I got that. This is so cute though.
Thank you. Yeah, this was like I think kitchens in this game have been a struggle for everyone, haven't they? They're difficult to lay out. I'm quite happy with how this one's looking. I'd like to maybe make the wallpaper a bit more interesting, but it's hard to make it look. I like this floor.
Yeah, I like the contrast with the white wallpaper and the orange floor.
Yeah, no, it's worked out quite well, I think.
You're getting lots of compliments. Alex's Drawers says the home is so nice and cozy. It does have a cozy vibe, and it's got I like how like there's like warm light everywhere.
Yes, I think warm light is in every room. There's about 1 billion tea making things in this game as well that I've just sort of put everywhere.
But it's always good to have tea. Shrinky, you're a big tea connoisseur, so you must feel very at home here.
Yes, and I've also been collecting tea paraphernalia in the game wherever I see it.
Yeah, there's so much.
Oh, are there custom textures on the mugs?
That frog is.
Oh, very nice. I'm gonna get closer.
That one's one you get from Mum. It's a Mother's Day mug.
Oh,
yeah.
Where's Dad in all this? That's the question.
Well, Cap'n plays that role, singing you songs to guide you through your life.
Well, I think we ran a little poll in the pre-stream asking people which OG Animal Crossing character they wished might appear next from the original game, and Cap'n did not win. Cap'n came second to Tortimer, who got 44% of the vote. Tortimer, a grandfather figure, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. similar kind of role.
Okay, so we're going north.
Going top, yeah. Bedroom.
Just loading. I've never seen these like these like star garland.
Yes, that was a
Things.
Celeste recipe and one of my favourite items of the game.
Oh, I've only made 2 Celeste things. I've made the moon and a wand.
Moon is... I haven't got the moon yet.
Oh, the dressing gown. That's such a fun touch.
I think I got one, but I just there's no music in this room, and I just really like coming in here at the end of the day. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it's just really nice green room.
It reminds me of the kind of room that a royal would retire to in their apartments as part of their palace.
Oh my god,
kind of cozy, but also it's got that panelled.
Panel does make it very, yeah. It was cream for a long time, and then I just thought a bit more exciting.
I haven't seen any of these these embroidery wall scrolls, wall hangings.
That first one, the little 2 and then I think that chicken one was in my one day. I'm sure there's more, and I'd love to. Nice.
Also, I'm loving
this snail a custom design?
Oh, that's my own snail, my own artwork. I haven't actually downloaded any custom designs. They're all my own. If you see one in the game,
that's an interesting little fact that I'm sure we're gonna enjoy as we go around the village. Also, loving the pink Stratocaster in the corner. Very nice.
What? Sorry.
Loving the pink the pink guitar in the bedroom. Very, very nice. Oh, wait, I'm going to follow you both. Okay, I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. We didn't talk about the hamster cage, by the way. The ongoing mystery.
Did I already tell you that hamster? I found that in the recycling bin.
I remember this from the WhatsApp group.
Ages ago. Yeah, I found that hamster in a recycling bin. I don't think I've ever seen anything else in the recycling bin that's not just boxes. There it was. So... That's
the question. Why do hamsters exist in this world? Wait, have I come to the wrong room? Oh wow! No. I walked in first. Did I walk in first? How rude of me. My bad.
Sorry, I wasn't. I'm looking at 2 screens, I think. This is the sort of bathroom. It's not got a toilet in. I don't really like toilets in this game. I don't know. And there is one upstairs.
It kind of feels like, in order to do a toilet, you've got to create kind of like a partition space in the bathroom, or have a standalone toilet. But no room is small enough to be a standalone toilet. Chumagma Mared is asking, which KK is this? I don't know offhand which KK this is. Does anyone know?
Which KK is that on the wall?
Yeah, KK looking very dapper.
Got that one.
Oh, I can't remember. Is there a way from...
Yeah, you can take it down now.
Gonna look in my notes.
It might be wandering or something like that.
I'm cycling through it, everybody.
It's called KK Lament.
Ah, there it is.
There we go.
Glorious one.
Well remembered. Okay.
I've looked it up on my phone. I'm not very good at remembering.
The cherry blossom clock. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's a lovely item.
This definitely has extreme wellness vibes.
Yeah, this is another sort of relaxing room. It's quite different from anything else in the house, I think, and it's quite empty as well, obviously. I think maybe I'm kind of getting too busy in the rest of the rooms. I might have to do something else into like this room, but I like it for now.
Is the wallpaper a custom, like a recipe wallpaper?
No, I think it's just one from the top. It's like a honeycomb recipe. Let's go upstairs first. Yeah, that's upstairs.
So as you were expanding the house, did the roles of the rooms change, or have you always with each new room, have you developed a new kind of concept for it?
Oh, this room was actually downstairs, and I made it bigger because I wanted this to be a bigger room. So this is my like studio dash of art room, relax room, whatever. That's why I wanted it to be the bigger of the rooms. So that's why I've put the like bathroom downstairs. Also, yeah, you found the little bathroom that I've got up here.
Finally, we found it. Now, is that there because you thought, well, it's a house, it has to have a bathroom?
Really, but just more to like build up the room, because again, I kind of struggle with huge rooms like this to furnish them. So
And so you don't have to go all the way downstairs.
yeah, exactly. I can work and then go. So yeah.
Oh, so Chuman was asking, how do you get Sanrio posters? I believe it's through the Sanrio amiibo cards. Am I right, guys?
Yes, my friend sent me that one, but I think that was what they.
Goodness, I've got some of those cards.
Lovely, like one of my item. I think there are a few designs.
Yeah, I want the Pom Pom Purin one. Shrinky, you've got those cards right, man.
Yeah, I have. I'm just thinking, I could spend the whole weekend scanning in amiibo cards.
Dibs on some of those. I've got nothing to trade.
Well, yeah, this could make
Nook Miles tickets. Currency. Raymond, I'll trade you Raymond, who I don't have. I love the tadpole.
Yes, yeah, that's I think it was Emmy's stream that she said that she did the exact same thing that I did, where she looked at a tadpole, was like, "That's cute. I hope it turns into a frog," and it absolutely hasn't.
I've had it feeding it
first quarter. I've forgotten.
Love this is. I mean, again, this is a very like cozy, well realized room. I love the board game. Also love that. I do love the kind of studio area. There's a canvas out. Which villager is this?
That's Cherry or Sherry, who I actually don't have anymore. So it's almost a little bit weird that I'm painting her because she's left now. But
it's nice to be able to remember her
in memory. Yeah, on the stream, on the chat, Ho has clocked this fishing banner that I'm gonna raise the camera to see now. Very cool. Yeah. I'm definitely getting more involved in the fishing tourney next time.
I don't think those are from the fishing tournament though. I think those ones are just from random actions.
Oh. In which case, I'm going to Nookers on. See you both later. Bye. No, I'm joking. I accidentally left the room then. I was only playing to leave the room, but I've gone downstairs. Whoops.
Go to the basement. The basement's probably my least sort of thought about room really, but it's getting there. I think I found it really hard to finish a basement. I don't know why. I think it's because you naturally want to make it creepy, but
this is not creepy though. This is like
like vibes. That's what I was going for.
Okay, well, first of all, Settlers of Catan, great. Arcade games, great. Dinosign, oh my god, the model railway.
Have you not seen this before? It's like, again, it was one of my first items, and I've just really liked it.
Holy moly, I love it.
So this is just one item?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
I've got one in green as well.
Oh my goodness, there's so much cool stuff. The rug, I've never seen these shelving units before.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I love that. You're like, wow, a shelving unit.
It's just so good. Look at all the stuff on it.
But you've got space on top to put a different item.
There's one thing on each one.
Yeah.
Oh, these are amazing. This is my favorite room ever.
Oh, after me being like, I think it's because
I mean, you're discrediting. Like, this feels like the room that you're like, okay, this is where all the cool stuff that doesn't have a real home goes. How accurate is that?
Yeah.
Like the snail lamp.
Oh yeah.
Again, custom design and.
Is this snail like the town mascot?
Yes. I mean, it wasn't before now, but I do like a little snail.
Oh, and is this Starry Night real or is it a forgery?
I checked.
We
Just
don't
like-
know. Oh, that's so romantic. We don't know. That's how it should be. Never get it authenticated. What do you think,
Yeah,
stream? I've zoomed in. Oh, Hose, and also Hose clocked my inventory, as always, chock full of trees.
really like it though.
Okay, no, we'll see what the chat thinks.
Don't. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen what the real one looks like. You can't see anything obvious. It's not like a. I really haven't had that much though.
Torpildust Joe is referring to it as Schrodinger's Starry Night. We'll never know if it is or isn't real. It's both at the same time. Well, this was a very fun room, and also, sorry, we haven't even commented on how many villager posters are hanging around,
Yeah.
including Jay.
Have you been trading for these, or are they all?
Those are the ones from Harvey's Island. You can get all of your,
So these are all your villages.
apart from now Tangy and maybe another one, which I'm bad about.
Okay. I mean, hopefully we can meet Tangy tonight. Hopefully. Well, this was, I mean, such a cozy house.
Yes, I will. House and so
Like I said, no one's ever led with their house before, so it's that was really interesting. Actually, it's kind of, I felt like we were kind of getting to know
it's a good
the
introduction. Yeah, I
exactly.
thought.
Yeah.
Right. Wait. Oh wait.
Okay.
This is on its own little island called Orange Island, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. As
I
you
did
came
notice
in.
the sign
Different
earlier,
stuff.
but yeah. So
Yeah, so
love
I
it.
had this. Yeah, I had this map layout when I first got here, and I just really liked the idea of having my house on this separate island. So everything's orange. Orange is my main fruit as well, or whatever it's called, the first fruit.
Native fruit.
Yes,
Native fruit. Love this little kind of peaceful area in the back garden.
yeah.
Swinging chair, always welcome. Okay, so you mentioned that there's that all the custom patterns on the island are yours. So I'm guessing these kind of stones created by
Yeah,
you.
yeah, there's all stones. Obviously, these ones are the game ones. So you-
Again,
I'm just imagining your original tent would have just been in the middle of that island, surrounded by wilderness, and you would having to use a pole to get over there.
Sadly, because we didn't obviously have poles right at the beginning, I remember
you didn't.
seeing that island and being like, "Oh, I really want to get to it," and then obviously not being able to get to it until Blathers came, right, with the museum.
oh yeah.
Okay. This is Melba's garden, by the way. Melba's a little koala. She's very sweet.
I love that you've given them, kind of generous
Yeah.
front yards. Very
Okay.
peaceful as well. I'm getting it's like super peaceful vibes from the island so far.
And
Our little book by the tree. Such a nice reading spot.
she likes reading. This is Marina, the octopus, as I've said.
Very water themed. Oh, I've never seen this
This
this.
is a really cool item I got from a balloon. I think it's just called a sea globe. Pretty cute.
It is super cute. I'm trying to determine, is that a real fish or a toy fish? Who knows?
That's a sea globe thing. Yeah, I've got one of those. I've never had to feed the fish.
Do you? So shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Flamingo. I don't know which one is which.
Several of them there. I don't know. It's Biscuit's garden. Biscuit's a sweet yellow dog, I guess, orange dog. Absolutely love Biscuit. One of my first villagers.
Oh wait, should
Eccentric, isn't he?
we visit Biscuit? Should we
Of
visit
course.
Biscuit? No, you
Biscuit.
gotta visit the Fabes. The Fabes.
Yeah, he might be making something.
Ho is like I say, Mrs. Flamingo is the flamingo with their leg lifted. Oh, yes. Orange fur, orange cardigan.
Oh yeah, I gave him that little orange vest. Really likes it. Does look a bit naked, but makes you can see him. He's like dressing up as KK, who doesn't wear any clothes.
He seems a bit perturbed that we're all visiting at once.
Have you seen Biscuit's
What's going on? Oh,
own clothes? That cat T-shirt that he wears
yes.
is
Got
really
that
good.
He's a cat
strange
fan.
thing. Yeah, absolutely
Oh
adorable.
no, we've got Biscuit's got crumbs everywhere, and he's worried that we're going to mess up his sorting
Oh, yeah.
system. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's got the best larger house as well. Standing on the wood in the doorway.
So, did you originally build these houses side by side, or is this comes this
Yeah.
arrangement later?
Originally, it was the 3 side by side, and I had a little bit less garden space, and so they were more at the front of the pathway, like here. And I've just about managed. Well, see where I'm running around, but like right at the front of the garden here. Yeah,
So you spent the 10K to move the houses and move them back.
like literally as further back as I could without hitting the.
I'm still in the process of moving the houses everywhere. I'm just very super indecisive about it.
But so here's a little market.
Oh, I've actually never seen these fruit baskets before either.
They're across. If you'd like to do the meet and greet, I'm very special.
Oh yes.
Why not?
How many Nook Miles tickets?
300 and a Raymond, please.
I love it. Little desk for the signings. Oh, and a themed cup of tea.
The merchandise, a little mug.
Oh,
Mug.
we
It's
need
just
to.
a very large bear that I really enjoyed how huge it was, because you have to craft it with 3 other bears, Mama, the Papa, and the baby.
Ultra
Okay,
Bear.
I'm just gonna put this payment down for a mug right now. You know, we'll sort it out after the stream, but I must have one.
I'll
Sure,
pick that up.
This
So
is my museum.
Oh, I love it. Museum. I'm always really fascinated by the things people do with their museum grounds. Love the collection. Is it ammonite? Is that what?
Yeah, ammonites.
Yeah, love that kind of ammonite standing proudly in the middle of this lovely pond.
This was a pond that was originally here as well on the map. So again, I think of it as the little pond of Ponder that's and stay here as much as possible. Had to do a little bit of moving around to get in the middle of it, but
I was about to say this is definitely one thing I really love is when people are trying to retain as much as the original character of the island as possible. Obviously, the temptation is there, right, to go mad with terraforming, and over time, more and more of my island has been eroded due to, temptation. But I had been noticing
projects.
Yeah, it's just noticing things like the uneven shape of the ponds and stuff. It adds a kind of real homeliness to the town that some people maybe are lacking now as things are becoming more designed.
To it, because I do like that idea as well, but then I've also gone a bit crazy other parts. But it's nice to do a bit of a balance, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Down to my sand train.
Yeah, this I spotted on Twitter, and it's this. I mean, this is for real amazing. Look,
it really reminds me of something that you'd find at a fancy kids adventure playground, or
I think that's the entire vibe of my island. Is I love those kind of weird. Obviously, this doesn't look like a real train, but it almost looks like it's a play train.
Yeah, no, it totally does.
Sorry,
it just needs to have more graffiti and weird crisp packets and stuff.
What are the bamboo things that are acting as the attachments? Is that what they're called on trains?
They're called bamboo stop blocks. It was just a random recipe that I've been trying to figure out how to use, and it on this quite well, I thought.
There's so much amazing stuff. Firstly, best use of Rover suitcase that I've seen yet.
Oh yeah, because I really was I love this item, but I have nowhere to put it.
Best use of a pizza oven. Oh, you've got a little goods
freight carriage.
Yes.
I found a islander sleeping on here the other day,
stowing away.
I was like,
Yeah, this is a real like showstopper right here. The chat's loving this.
Oh, thank you. Let's go.
Be great to be able to cook a pizza while driving the train.
Now
It runs on
that runs on pizza just like me. Oh,
rocker.
oh, the table. Okay. Oh, this is.
Still, yeah.
I love the arrangement of like additional rocks to kind of add to the like sculpture feel, including a little stone ball.
Isabel's not happy about that leftover
Well,
rock.
you know what? You know what? I've always found her a little bit bossy.
Bossy. And so these are sort of my museum gardens, so they kind of go around.
Sorry, I'm just fascinated about. Oh, there's so much ammonite.
I've collected a lot of fossils that anything that's not a huge skeleton fossil, I've sort of.
Look at the little sphinx.
There's
This is
something glowing down there in the Sphinx. Is it lit?
yeah, I think it's one of the floor lights.
Oh, it's dreamy. What's this item at the back with the scarab beetle?
Oh yeah, it's
That's
a
the golden beetle.
golden beetle.
Golden
Me.
dung beetle, that's the one.
Golden nuggets, that did. I wanted to have 2, and I was like, actually.
Gonna have to find some balloons full of gold. Oh, this is super nice. In awe of that a little bit, actually. Actually, I'd never seen these. Is this a food dog? Is that what a food dog is? I've never seen these before in the game either.
Yes, yeah, they're comfortable thing.
These little guys.
These are craftable, do you say?
So yeah.
Wow. Dim's officially dubbing it the little stone lion dog guy. Best thing ever.
Yeah, that's what they're called. This is more of like entrance, I guess. I took a bit of a nick route.
Oh, okay, right. Leaning Tower of Pisa. I didn't know this was in the game. There's so much stuff I haven't seen before.
Yeah, it's really exciting to like you see it for the first time. That's cool.
Is the tower
these
from
lamps
Gulliver?
customized as well?
What's that?
Sorry.
Oh, the little lanterns.
Yeah, are they customized, do you think?
Yes, they've got little fossils on them.
Yeah.
If you can look at the floor as well, that's got little fossils.
There's lovely. I'm loving this theme around kind of different sized versions of the same thing. The rocks, the fossils. Loving the tiny train track.
Yes, that's very. I've seen amazing versions of it, but as soon as I got this tin, I was like, oh, I've got to make a model railway, and then obviously will just go crazy with it.
Well, I mean, like, this is very tastefully done, though, you know, and that makes the difference. Little cafe area.
Very tasteful bit of like this huge
little cafe, and then bam, it's Mothra.
This is when you like performing goes a bit wild one night, but
you know, that's kind of how city planning is, right? You know, you pick your areas to kind of sculpt, you pick your areas to leave natural, you pick your areas to have your giant moth statue.
You're used to all the different levels and all the water stuff. It just makes the island feel really big. So I thought this must be the back of the island here, but it's not. It's
so funny. There's definitely a thing, isn't there, of like everyone else's island feels huge compared to yours, because I've noticed it a million times where I've been like, yeah, my island's like barely got any space left, like it's so, whereas everyone else's seems huge.
An elevated fountain.
Yeah. Sort of went a bit wild one night and thought.
But I agree with David that you just the amount of kind of levels that are present in the field of view at once, they really kind of does give a kind of. I'm often walking past things in the island and thinking, oh God, what's going on there? What's happening in this place that I really want to get to next, like this little fishing area down here? I've got to do a death-defying jump. Done it.
Yeah, you've got to go. I haven't actually
Oh.
finished this bridge.
Hello. What have we got here on the plinth?
Beautiful golden roses.
Be jealous, everybody.
Not
Be
quite
jealous.
blue
Not quite blue roses, but we'll get there.
roses. Oh my gosh, he's
Oh.
going to play.
Wait. This is a play?
Yes.
Just going to chat to Lopez first. Now, you were mentioning earlier that Lopez is a fave.
Yeah, he's really cool. Well, I just like how, no, he's always reading or.
He also says if Ponder was a game show, he would be the host.
He's quite words.
Oh, he's
Nice way.
wonderful. So he's a bit of a celebrity here.
Oh, I really like him.
Okay, so what's the play? What's the play all about?
So, I like to sit down.
Shrinky's auditioning, right? Okay.
Okay. Never done this with voice before though, so bear with me.
Okay. Oh wow.
Story, if you're following it.
Okay. Yep. Oh, this villain's okay. That's pretty terrifying. That is pretty. Yeah. I'm pretty scared. This reminds me of when I hid under a theatre chair during a pantomime as a child. Oh yes, living for this brave and bold hero. Oh, is the sneeze wizard good or bad?
Oh dear.
Oh no,
Don't get too close.
this is very.
Moment. Big finale.
What? Oh my goodness me! Well, I feel like we're in the presence of true art there.
Been practicing for weeks, honestly. I mean, I've shown a couple of people that, but
I mean,
best it's ever.
it was
What
fantastic.
on
Oh, I've just noticing the little kind of like dividing texture between the stage and the audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a lip of page.
Love it.
My ability.
Okay, Mary is saying this is why Ponder is the best.
Oh, thank you.
Dim says it reminds him of the play in Final Fantasy VI, the opera. Wait, we've lost you. I've lost you. Oh no, I'm here. Sorry.
Sorry,
My bad.
You get side.
Who's giving you an Olivier Award?
Thank you. I shall graciously accept. It's
Oh,
my
Dark Pond.
bond. So I think we've had a lot of discussion about how this is the best item in the game. These ducks.
I mean, they're absolutely wonderful. Wait, I just don't know where to sit. And is
So
this
are they one item that you can customize, or are they different ducks you can collect?
They're different. They're the same item that you can make. You can craft a decoy duck and then customize it. So, the same.
I'm yet to get the recipe for this. I'm really far behind when it comes to having a lot of recipes. Lovely relaxation reading area here.
Using NOOK. I noticed Lopez reading a lot around this area, so I thought he's got this as his fancy garden as well. So
Okay, he's a bit of a big deal around here.
so that's the word. He's kind of a show off, I think, but in a sweet way. He's got the Taurus thing, and this is Eunice.
Oh, so dreamy.
She's cute. I haven't given her enough attention, really.
Oh, so I've met Eunice before because I was here very very briefly to trade some turnips a few weeks ago.
Oh yes, yeah. So she recognises you.
I like her catchphrase of "Ayu."
Oh yeah, that's the one I gave one villager, and now they all say it. Ayo. Oh, frog, one of my favourites. Yeah,
Oh, hello.
barely see him.
Oh,
Is that a camouflage joke?
Yes, sorry.
oh, sorry. That totally wished on me.
Honestly, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
It's
Yeah,
Tangy's
he's so-
house. Should
It's
we go pay
Tangy's
our
house.
respects?
I think we should.
Okay. Tangy, let me in. Lots of applause for the play, by the way. A
I
human.
decided to read that after actually.
Oh, I love how Tangy. The first thing Tangy does, it's not unpack the boxes. It's slap up the orange segment wallpaper. Very
This will-
important.
I wish I used my own house, but it's almost a lot, isn't it? This is the same style as I have in my kitchen, so we obviously have the same taste.
That's why you're gonna be best friends.
Yes.
Tangy looks so different. I haven't seen Tangy's character model in the game yet. She looks more grown up than usual. Is that just me?
You've probably just never seen it at this resolution.
I just feel like she's an old friend, and she just seems a little bit older now.
Yeah, she's doing good. Little dress.
I know, right? What? Legend. Hose agreeing. She looks less round and podgy. I mean, I would never say podgy. She's perfect. She's always been perfect.
Yeah, I
Slightly-
do need to do her garden and stuff.
So what are you thinking for her garden? Like, I love that you're theming
Yeah.
the areas around the villages. What do you?
I didn't have very much around. So I might even need to move her a little bit actually. But I think orange trees. But is that too obvious? It's fruit in general.
She
Her
has.
house
Yeah,
too, yeah.
she has herself put up.
Eating
the-
everyone tonight.
Oh, hello.
Sure.
Sheb.
Oh,
Okay.
Shell's house behind as well.
I live with his bug friends. I love it when they have bug friends.
He's quite similar to Biscuit in a lot of ways, but Rudy's house. Rudy's like a little cat who is the like soul.
I'm heading in. You said cat. I'm gone.
I like how you've got a cat tree outside, like a little playground.
Yes, because all
Are
his
any,
stuff
any kittens?
is toys, and I thought he might like toys typically.
Okay, I've never met Rudy before. I've never seen Rudy before.
And you like the cats?
Well, I mean, I like try to not. I didn't get the amiibo cards, and I tried to not like look up villagers, like, but he's.
Or I saw him on an island actually, and I thought he's lovely.
I don't think I've ever seen Rudy before either.
He's got a very
Very
special look
red-
about him.
Yeah, that kind of is it almost like a raccoony look?
Yeah.
A little bit like a husky dog, but obviously he's a cat. But he's got a little red
It's like a
dog.
bright red nose.
Hmm.
Looks so happy.
He's got the. I didn't give him this, but this is the other train set that you can get.
Right.
Oh, he's
And also the tin.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even noticed that.
and the robot clock. You two have a lot in common.
Just yeah, everyone starts to do the same.
And the baseball chair.
Yeah, baseball mitt.
Oh my god, I've taken so much inspiration from Rudy. I didn't even realise.
Rudy's fuming.
This is Camo Frog's house. He's not here right now, obviously, but it's hidden.
Okay, I'm seeing all this. I'm seeing lots of additional bear stuff that I can't wait to find out more about.
We'll wander around in a sec. This is Jay's house.
Oh, Mayor Ed is saying you can get a snow train set as well, which sounds
Ooh.
I haven't
even more
seen
physical.
that.
Oh, hello, little monument over here in the distance.
Yes, I didn't realise this was a gravestone when I built it. I thought it was just a nice rock, but
Well, they never explicitly mention that in the game.
no, that's true. It's a nice rock. And here's my shell shrine.
Oh, is there something mystical happening over here?
Not sure what yet, but something.
Summoning a sea creature.
I mean, obviously, I've been to one of your brother's islands, and though for those on the stream, that's Dim, who I think we visited a few episodes ago, and obviously he was summoning all sorts of horrendous things on his island. So I was wondering if like occult mystery, arcane magic runs in the family.
It's a little bit different on this island, but
less monsters emerging from the void.
I was saying that this is the Jurassic Park where
Oh yes. Nature finds a way. I love it. I haven't got any of these standees yet. I'm so jealous. I feel
think
like
I saw it on Adam's Island.
I feel like I'm at Poulton's Park, which is a super niche reference for people in the
Yeah.
central south of England.
Let's go down the wiggly windy path that was my first incline that I'd ever made, and I've just
I've only very recently become aware of people kind of paving these kind of diagonal, finding solutions to pave diagonally. So this is very exciting for me.
I sort of did it a bit randomly, but
It works.
the flower garden. This is kind of like, sorry if I lost you. There you are. Kind of farm area. Got my orchard, obviously.
Oh, this is quite a hard thing to craft, isn't it? This flower, what's it called? Flower trough?
Yes, I got one in a balloon, but have now got the recipe as well. So I've
Oh.
had a few around my island.
Nice one.
Ho spotted the makeshift greenhouse back there, which we ran straight past, but it was.
I'll loop back round, I think, because
Oh, the shovel like in the dirt. Oh, this is your turnip patch. I've seen screenshots of this too.
yeah.
Love the turnip pattern as well. Yeah, I mean, you should start merchandising these mascots.
Little the little signs, a little beach area. The beach area is quite hard to finish.
I love the Hawaiian shirt behind the bar.
Yeah. I'm in the magazine at the Ponder.
I've never seen this beach towel. I've never seen this like little paddling pool. I've never seen actually. I'm so used to my jetty being on where it is on my island. I've never seen it on this side of an island before. Or
That's
at least
how I feel when I see them on the other side.
God,
This is where mine is.
Now we can go back up here through the orchard, I guess. Just not super interesting. Oh, and I've put my campsite in here as well. I don't really use the campsite very much.
I think when you love it, I'm kind of nervous to visit who comes in case it kind of triggers someone having to leave. Well,
I think I only had 2 visitors to my campsite the whole time.
Very
I've been
common.
playing. Whereas the campsite in New Leaf, you'd get people pretty much every day, wouldn't you?
Oh wait,
I'm
follow me.
Flower. Oh. If we come up here.
Okay. Okay, I think that's what Ho was referencing earlier. Love it. Oh, I love the water pump too.
It absolutely does not go into the bucket. It just misses.
If you stand at the right angle, it looks like it kind of does.
Yeah, I'm going to stand here. Perfect.
I believe, yeah. And then this is the bear bit that you might have seen. This is a special prize.
It's a small bear world. Yes. Wait, I'm taking a picture of all of us here. This is the spot. Wait, Shrinks, go to your right a little bit. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that'll do. There we go. That's it. That's the thumbnail done.
Oh,
Live on stream.
Live on stream.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
as you like.
Oh my god, this is the ride. Oh, sorry, I hadn't clocked this is what was going to happen. Oh, amazing. There's an ant inside a cup. I've never seen that.
It's how you place an ant. You know, you can you put like other bugs in boxes. That's how you place an ant. And I quite liked it for a picnic.
That's cute.
It has been in there for a while though. I do feel.
Uh-oh.
It's making me feel kind of itchy looking at it. Which is weird because normally when I look at it, it's fine. But there's something about this. Maybe it's because it's in a picnic setting. It's making me feel more like it's a real ant. Oh, this is brilliant.
Yes.
The music on, but there's different music playing at different scenes.
Oh, the panda fishing. Wait. I'm going to take a picture of that. I mean, I could just screen capture this afterwards, but it's it's too good. I just miss.
You're like you're at a real theme park.
Yeah.
Is what you can.
I love seeing, and again, there's so much kind of height to the, because of the kind of the camera angle that I've got at the moment, and the various heights you've got. everything placed at, there was just a really lovely kind of background of all the villagers walking down the stairs.
We're busy tonight. I feel like it's not usually wandering around that much.
Yes. I don't have applause on my emotions wheel, on my reactions wheel, so I'm going to do the flower thing. Shrinky's had to sit down. It was too exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, this was I mean that's one of the most amazing things that I've seen in the game.
Oh my god.
I feel enriched. Now I want to go back.
I think the ideas that I'd had right at the beginning, I think as soon as I saw the bears and I went from a bear's picnic to obviously just stumbling upon the bear's picnic, and I liked that. Oh, I bet there's a way to make it into like an interactive kind of thing. And I think as soon as I saw that almost timed by jumping over stones,
Yes.
that was quite a nice way to like force people along a little path, as opposed to like making like a little plot or something.
It really did feel special when the fishing panda appeared. You know, real vibes.
Oh.
You've got more gold roses over here, just hidden away in your yellow patch.
I mean, that's when you're really
Very
flexing
humble.
on them.
Have you
Yeah,
seen the little tulip?
Oh, I
I
haven't.
did.
Oh, is this another folktale that I'm not aware of?
I think it's a Thumbelina, right?
Does Thumbelina come out of a flower? I'm really making myself seem ignorant here. Does Thumbelina come out of a flower?
Lives in a rose petal
Right.
or something like that.
Okay, yeah, everyone knows it's Thumbelina. It's just me. All right, I'm the idiot, everybody. Okay, I get it, chat.
I didn't know. It's all right.
Okay, that's good. You could have totally. Thanks for the solidarity, Shrinky. You could have totally like left me out to dry there, but you
Well,
didn't.
people could have started asking us questions about Thumbelina, and I'd have to then answer knowledgeably, and it would just fall apart.
Oh no! Whoops! I've actually I actually almost pressed the button to leave the island. I don't want to do that. I'm just trying to take a nice picture of the flag.
I do like the items that you've used to add to your flowers. So you've got your little record player with the flower.
Yeah, that feels very.
Spout?
I think.
What's it called? Speaker?
Yeah, it feels because I think as we've just gone on, it's a small bare world. It's now I've got getting some serious like theme park vibes and the kind of
Even that, like, even my entrance is very like balloony and Disney Worldy. I think it wasn't completely purposeful, but I think it's just a very natural thing.
I mean, of course, the meet and greet. I mean, it's very wonderful.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's a little just community area, I guess. I just really wanted them to play the piano, and sometimes they do hear and sing.
I think I'm a little sing.
But
A little place for an audience too. That's good.
yeah,
I mean,
I think
this is
oh.
this is pretty much like Disney World at this point. Very
really
happy
kind
to
of
be here.
about the meet and greet and how that's like almost identical. I mean, purposeful thing. I did play a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon as a child, so maybe it's all just around full circle.
Did you ever do the thing like just make people fly off the roller coasters into nowhere?
Oh, I made beautiful roller coaster.
Functional roller coasters that adhere to safety compliance.
That was not. Was that Roller Coaster Tycoon or was that?
That was theme park, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Theme park is where you're putting loads of stuff in the drinks to make people buy more drinks, and then they throw up on the roller coaster, or you get them to
What?
fly off.
A lot of them threw up.
Yeah. That's right, salty fries.
Oh, blimey.
Gets them to buy more drinks. Pro tip for anyone playing the 90s popular PC game, Theme Park.
We seem to end up at KK. Is this the end of the tour?
I think so. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but it's kind of.
I think that was very professional. Like even adding to the theme park ambience, very professionally ended up here at the town hall. So people with us on the stream, we've been trying to end these streams recently with a visit to KK Slider. I can't believe we ended on such an amazing high of the of It's a Small Bare World.
I did think of that though. I was like, oh, I do want to end on that one, and then it leads you kind of nicely to.
Well, it worked very nicely.
That's it a little bit.
So, people on the chat, how would you like us to end today? What KK Slider song shall we request? I don't see 8-bit in the chat tonight, so I don't think there's going to be any Slayer requests. So get in your requests, and we will get the poll up on the screen. Do you have any favourite KKs, Maddie?
Oh, really bad at remembering their names. Like the ones.
If you
Oh
can,
yeah.
if you can hum them, then we'll know. No, I'm joking.
Bad at remembering their
Okay.
names. Like the ones.
So choose.
Oh yeah.
If you can hum them, then we'll know. No, oh, sorry. We can hear the stream playing in the background. My bad. Chew Magma says Comrade KK. Ho says KK Lullaby. Tim says it's a small KK world. You know, clearly the favourite.
Yeah.
People I know wants KK Bubblegum. Right, I'm gonna put up a poll officially.
I quite like KK Island. I'm looking on my music list now.
I'm gonna put that in the poll as well.
Oh, again, quite a few suggestions. KK Marathon has been added.
Okay.
Oh, people I know has recommended Bubblegum as a bear song. I think there is a bear on the cover, isn't there?
Ah, there is.
That would seem appropriate.
Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put in. Okay, I'm putting them in. So what do we got? We've got Bubblegum. Surprised no one's asking for KK Dirge. We got that last week though, didn't we?
Yeah. The dirge has ended. Oh, that's a bunny. A bunny on Bubblegum, not a bear. That's true.
Close enough. Okay, so the poll is live. It's live for a minute. Everybody, get your votes in.
I wander around this bit.
Wait. Yeah, wait for what? God, the meet and greet's so good. So why is that bear particularly famous?
It's just really big.
It's really big on the island.
The biggest bear in the world.
Still.
So about halfway through the poll right now. I'm just going to see what's in the lead. Looks like KK Bubblegum is in the lead.
Yeah, I put this little table out here for Sable, is it? Because she talks about wanting to.
How close do you feel to Sable?
Really like Sable.
I mean, you have to earn that friendship.
Yeah.
Okay, so KK Bubblegum has won, just like Sable has won your friendship.
I think K.K, isn't it?
Yeah, K.K. K.K. I think.
They could have taken those dots out by now.
I see Rudy walking around the background. I've got to tell you, Rudy's really captured my heart.
He is adorable, yeah. I had got him on a island, even though he's a jock one, which is like Jay.
He doesn't look like a jock. He looks like a very
sweet child.
Yeah, he's got a sensitive soul, I think. He can throw a ball really far, but then write a poem about the fragility of masculinity. Oh, so excited. I love KK Bubblegum. Classic, a favourite for many, I think.
Yeah, I love it.
I think I traded it today with people I know. Ho's asking, would I let Yoko, my cat, marry Rudy? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
My cat married Rudy, yeah.
We should start getting more pictures of cats on the stream. I really feel like this is the stream where we can most justify those pictures.
That should be easily arranged, I'm sure.
Well, here we go. Another week in Animal Crossing. Another KK Slider performance. And, yet again we get to, we get to appreciate all of these wonderful people that made this wonderful game.
Yeah.
Question for you both. Is this the game of the year? Is it the game of the decade? Question.
Of my life, I think.
If I'm still playing it in 2030, then it'll be the game of the decade for sure.
That's it. You're half a year down, so far so good. Maddie, thanks so much for inviting us to your island. It's so lovely, and one of the things I think we were saying that everybody's island tends to feel big when you're not used to it, but there's so much it just feels like there's a lot of natural shape to some of it. You've got these highly crafted areas, but it feels like it's a real adventure going from area to area, and it's so many nice natural touches here and there that it feels really real and good. And then bam, just when you're thinking it's real and good, you hit us with a theme park experience. Amazing.
I've just really enjoyed building up, really. I wonder what's next for it, but each day as it comes, really. And
so they're going to hit us with a ton of new items that's going to force us to completely reconsider.
yes. Oh my god, autumn in this game looks so beautiful. Can't wait.
Yes.
And you need to leave room to roll snowballs as well. Roll snowmen, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. All to come.
Asking for the sound to be turned up. Sorry that we didn't. Make the song loud enough.
Good news if anyone's really keen to hear this track, you can always go and request it yourself on your island.
That's true.
Where KK will also be playing, I presume.
The level of creativity on the island is being lauded. I am in awe. Incredibly jealous of all the cool items too you've collected.
Oh, thank you.
Did that hit my ears right? It did, KK. Oh, that wasn't KK Bubblegum. He pulled a random song out of the bag.
Oh,
did I ask for the right one?
Who knows? Whatever it was, though, I was into it. I'm just kidding. My volume was turned all the way down. Oh no. Let's find out. Let's find out what it was when you get the air check tomorrow or whatever it is. But that's the end of the stream, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Maddie, where can people find you on the internet? I know you're maintaining not one but 2 Twitter accounts at the moment.
Yes, I have an actual Twitter account for Ponder itself. So if you'd like to follow that, it's Ponder ACNN, like Animal Crossing New Horizons. And then I'm Maddiology on everything else, Instagram and Twitter.
Strong branding. Shrinks, where can people find you?
I always tell people to look at Twitter, but I've just remembered I've got an Instagram account with pictures of cats on it, so why not look at that instead? On Instagram, you can find me at Shrinkwrapped.
And for me, I'm Steenton everywhere, but as advised by Shrinky every week, why not follow some more High School Club stuff? We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, some other places too. And as always, as threatened, on every week, I'm going to post a link, an invite to our Discord in the chat. It's there. Come and join us. It's a very friendly community full of wonderful people making wonderful islands like Maddie. And hopefully it's a source of lots of inspiration.
And if this is your first time joining us, we do have an Animal Crossing podcast, Town, which you can find on most podcast providers, but you also go to highschoolclub.com, follow the links there to listen to all the episodes.
And soon enough, one day, we'll have a slate for all of that. Maybe it's next week. Who knows? So I guess that's it, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And with hope for our continued growth and to celebrate another week of New Horizons, this has been Town. Bye!